Happy Tuesday, y'all. It has been 2 days of freezing. Now, I know a lot of you deal with this. Here in the South, we don't. So it's a juggle trying to figure out, what do we need to do? Do we have what we need? Because I'm going to tell you, since this is not something in the South that we're used to, we don't have what you guys have. We don't have the setup, the equipment, and all that. So what I'm going to do is, while I'm trying to warm up, yes, I'm froze. I'm just going to show you a little walkthrough and a film and what we have found with Mr. Buddy. And then we'll come back and talk about, there's been one failure. And I'll let Buddy explain that. But I'm going to take you on the adventure. You're going to see some things for the first time as I saw them for the first time. Because I've concentrated on my chickens. Making sure that they're taken care of. Every 2 hours changing the water out. So, here we go. This is how we have so far survived this. And it'll be noon tomorrow before we see above temps. So, I'll be back with y'all in just a little bit, and I'll have Mr. Buddy explain what we have to repair and fix. So, always something, isn't it? Always something, but this too shall pass. Ooh, I almost busted it.
Huh?
I said I almost busted it. Y'all, it looks like this PEX that we had the hoops made of wasn't strong enough for amount of ice and snow that we got. So we're trying to get the ice off so we can evaluate the situation to our strawberries. This is where the strawberries are. Now they are covered in straw, but I can't tell you how long it has sat on here because this is the first time we've came out, which was early this morning, to find, any damage. And then so far, this is what we've seen. We'll look at the greenhouse here in a little while. Okay, what we're doing right now is we have small 2x2 boards that run from here to the other side. Because the PEX collapsed, see that joint right there? We have put buckets where that 2x2 runs across just to lift this plastic up off the strawberries. And I think this is going to hold until we can get out of freezing temps tomorrow.
Strawberries look good. Onions still standing up.
Oh, let me get the camera down in there so we can see.
Oh,
Oh, Lord, lift it with the camera. Well, they're going to see. Lippy can't see because Lippy can't get down there that far. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's good. Let's look at the onion. I would say good. Now, this is the cabbage. Whoa.
actually, I can't believe it, but you can get under there.
All right, let's see.
Come on in.
Well, I cannot believe it. At 14 degrees, wind chilled at 0. That's...
It's finna build some heat to the sun. Just come out.
Okay, y'all are seeing green. That's all it is. Even with the heaters, we were able to maintain 37, 38 degrees with the milk heater, which was good. That was well above the freezing mark compared to what it was outside. But they did take a hit. And really and truly, if I can save the lemon tree and some carrots, because I've worked really hard for most carrots, that's going to be a blessing. But right now, we're trying to put some heat in here, try to get things perked up.
Yeah, because it's 16 out there right now.
It's 16 out there right
Well,
now.
14. It's
Everything's laid over.
I'm going to move this milk heater up here by this lemon tree.
There's the carrots. And what you doing, bud?
Moving the milk heater up here by the lemon tree. Let it heat that pot. Maybe radiate a little heat. At least it'll have some heat. It's the most delicate.
Right.
And these cords.
Do what?
I normally don't have these cords like this, but I just went out and got them, and it's so cold till, actually if I try to straighten them out, it's breaking the insulation on them. So they just gonna have to stay like this till they warm up and get flexible. They're so hard and it's just breaking.
I'm glad I harvested 2 of our broccoli heads, and those 2 are kind of wanting to stand up, but hey, when I made the executive decision, Buddy and I, if we could save one of the greenhouses, that would be the fruit tree greenhouse. And Buddy says we accomplished it.
So far, it's good.
So,
We'll
although you don't want to lose your groceries, guys, we won't starve if we lose this. That's because we have backup to a backup to a backup. And really,
but if you'll see,
that's all you can do.
Here's the problem in a greenhouse, closed and sealed like this. And I put a fan in here, but all it's going to do is circulate it till it can finally get the moisture out. If you look on every one of these plants, you see all the humidity in it.
Yeah.
And now that I've got extra heat in here to thaw it out, I just can't run it that long. But if you'll see that ice formed on the inside of the greenhouse.
There's the ice he's talking about.
That's from the humidity of the heat getting trapped in here. So it's kind of a double-edged sword sometime, but hopefully, if anything, we go in and cut the leaves back that's touching the greenhouse on that side, and hopefully some of this will pick itself back up. I mean, it's the frost that was on it is already melted off so far, and I'm gonna leave this. I got a little bitty. You remember what we cooked on when we first come here?
Yeah, we didn't have a stove.
One little bitty stove runs off a gas bottle. I'm got it on right now. I'm gonna let it run till that bottle runs out, and I'll put one more heat lamp in here, and we're gonna have that heater and a heat lamp. We're gonna see what it does. Now, it's gonna be hard to tell today because the sun poked his head out.
Right.
Which is good for this, but it ain't good for that road out there because it's gonna knock that little tight edge off the top, make it glassy and slick.
Yeah.
Just enough to make it dangerous, even worse than it is right now.
Let's look at the fruit trees.
Let's go look at the fruit tree.
But
Watch these strings.
what strings? Oh.
Watch the string. I got one on each side to hold it.
Oh, let me show them.
If I happen to glue off.
Hey, before we go to the fruit tree greenhouse, this is what we did with the 2 citrus. We made, using bamboo sticks, we made 4 corners, squared at the top, wrapped it in frost cover, and we had these green, we had one fruit tree cover. We filled the bottom with hay. Here we did not have a tree cover, so we just like tripled, quadrupled layered the frost cover that we have, and we did the same thing to this Satsuma. Oh, I'm looking up at the top. That's okay.
I had
It's
to
sunk
scrape
in.
about 1.5 inches of ice out of there because it was both of them were caving in. That's why I put these strings on them, because the wind trying to keep them down.
Let me show you this string he's talking about.
I just put some stakes and
Oh, okay.
carpenter's twine on it, just off each corner, just to kind of hold it down because the wind was bad before the storm come in,
Yeah.
and trying to keep it on its feet.
And this is what I was worried about And guys, I'm not
Everything
worried.
looks good right now.
This was the greenhouse I wanted to
Now these are wilted
survive.
back because I replanted them just trying to save them. I'm fixing to cut the tops out in, harvest all the peppers. But
Yeah, I would like to try to, but those are some pretty peppers.
yep.
So yeah, I would say everything is pretty doggone
Sure
good.
hope them figs make it, Bob.
Yep.
Them big old figs would be nice if they turn. Them brown turkeys on this end.
What are you doing, bud?
I'm gonna move it out here where it's away from that wall,
Okay.
where it can get some radiant heat from up in here.
Okay.
Because right now, sitting out there against that wall, it's getting every bit of cold.
Well, looking at it, I'll be honest with you. I don't have high hopes for that basil. It's a very delicate herb. All right, let's go outside and look at the fruit trees. Now, we do have a heater in our well house going, even though the pipes are all wrapped. Remember, we haven't insulated it yet to move the softener tank and the blue tank out here. But we do have a heater running. And this is what we did with our fruit trees. We just piled hay up around the base. And it's just a waiting game, y'all. If y'all hear a noise, that's water dripping. Well,
Yes.
It's not dripping, it's running.
We hope it stays that way.
But tell them about the only, and it's really not it's a failure, but not a major failure, right?
Yeah, once again, we're not prepared in south down here for frozen ground, so the salt water purifier that softens the water, they have a backwash hose on it, and it actually runs through the garage wall. There's a 90, and then what they usually do is they dig a big hole, put gravel in it, they run the pipe in it. That way any backwash that goes through the salt water, it just goes in that hole. It's just a flush line. Well, it's set to cycle every night and back flush that all the little pellets in that purifier. Well, it couldn't go nowhere, so when it backwashed, it blowed the inner pipe out of the PEX that goes outside the wall in the ground because it was froze. So when it did, of course, it blew the pipe out and flung it over on the floor. So this morning when she got up, walked out there to stand in water all along the door, all the way to the garage. Luckily it hit at the garage, big garage door, so it could seep out underneath the seal. So I've got a piece of PEX. I'm fixing to go out there now, and until this temperature gets above freezing, the ground can thaw out, I'm just gonna put that pipe insert in that PEX and stick it up underneath the corner of the garage door. That way it can go outside on the concrete and not have to worry about it.
I'm smiling and kind of chuckled to myself because y'all, when I walked out, and I'm like coffee cup and inspected, and I hear slosh.
When you get your socks wet first thing in the morning before you got a cup of coffee,
Yeah, Lippy thought the main plumbing done busted. Lippy went across the country and back 3 times trying to figure out, and then he comes out and he just kind of looks and he just grabs his hose. And I said, "What's that?" He said, "Oh, that's where it's at." Just so calm, like. And I said, "Is this bad?" He said,
"No need to get excited over it. It just happened. I mean, nothing we can do about frozen ground. But we can make it run a different direction."
At least it wasn't bad as my mind said.
Right.
And my feet felt
I was hoping that that's what it was, because I sure didn't want to fix frozen pipes this morning.
Well, actually, in the kitchen, he met me. I was out there with the chickens. He met me at the door. Come in. He said, "All right." I said, "I got to take water because we're changing their water out." I said, "But we got a busted pipe in the garage." He spun around, went out. And I said, "Oh, it must be bad." Now the man ain't even seen it, but in my mind, I'm running behind him. Why, I don't know. But his reaction kind of scared me.
I'm thinking something busted in the wall. I had the worst thoughts, of course, and the problem is with PVC, PEX, it don't matter what it is, plumbing in general, you got frozen pipes. Most of y'all know when you got frozen temperatures, you just about gonna have to just cut the water off and wait till everything thaws out for you, you can fix it. Sometimes you can get it there, but sometimes you can't. I want to hear that water over there running.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
Yes. So I would say, now we broke records here, guys. It don't get 14 and then wind chill 10. This was not snow that we got. It would have been nice. This was sleet and ice.
Well, when I got up this morning, that was on the, I remember I put the probe out there, and it was showing 14 on the back patio. And when I got on the local weather here, it showed 14 with wind chill to 0. Now, of course, the sun's poked his head out now, so it's warming up. Right now, we got the greenhouse up to, I looked a few minutes ago, it was 44, 45. So
I'm going to insert a picture right now what the temperature of the greenhouse, the vegetable greenhouse was an hour ago. I'm going to insert that so you can see, because we can monitor temperatures in here. And I think that's the coldest it got. So look at this. And I'm hoping that's as low as it got.
I hope so too. That's bad enough.
Yeah, that's bad
I didn't
enough.
want it to get that low,
But
I've changed a few things up. Hopefully, because it's going to be down, I think they said 12 or 13 in the morning at 7 o'clock. So
yeah,
it's going to be colder than what it was. And I don't want it to freeze.
before we, start getting above, freezing temps, we'll be 37 at noon tomorrow. So, this soon shall pass, and we can just, see where it goes and monitor. And that's all any of us can do. We do our best, and really and truly, it's just Mother Nature. You cannot fight Mother Nature.
Before this storm, I had worked, she had been doing all her preps to get things going, and I'd been outside. Grandpa come and help. We put all this stuff in place. And I actually had a checklist going because I got so many things in my mind, and it slips real like a bad gear. So I was checking my list off. And then when I finally come in there and sat down, about 2 hours before all this was to move in, I told her, I said, well, I've done all I can do. It's in the Lord's hands. There ain't much else I can do. And that's all you can do. Do everything you can, your due diligence to make sure it happens, and pray for the best.
Now we're eating cinnamon rolls. If you're wondering, cinnamon rolls.
Looking good too.
Compliments of, I think it's Pillsbury.
Yeah.
I don't know.
One of them Papa Rolls.
It's one of them Papa Rolls, guys. I don't want a big mess, and I think this is gonna be nice with a warm cup of coffee. So, hope you all are hanging in there. I know you are, and we'll just do this together.
Stay warm.
That's it. Because Mother Nature's going to do what she's going to do. But we can control what we're going to do inside. And we just going to just pray about it. See what happens. Stay positive.
Put the faith in the Lord. He'll make sure it happens.
That's right. Because at the end of the day, it's really out of our hands.
Yes.
We're just his servants. And I'm proud to be one. So as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. And we're going to eat our cinnamon rolls. Till the next one.
Goodbye.